The National League falters in the All-Star game for the seventh consecutive year in a row by a final score of 4-3. And I do not know what it is with the National League, but for some reason we just have not been able to string together a victory against the American League for 7 years now. And so Will Smitty for your San Francisco Giants, he was selected to the All-Star game, and he got a chance to pitch in this game, and unfortunately it didn't go too well for Smitty. He gave up a home run to Joey Gallo of the Texas Rangers, and so got one out in his outing, but still, the big important deal is that he got a chance to soak in the experience of his first ever All-Star game. And, so very exciting, as Will Smith's been having just a phenomenal season. Knock on wood, converting 23 of 23 save opportunities on the year. So, it was great to see him pitch out there. And, what an exciting time to, bring together all the talent in baseball and to really showcase it in one game, for the entire world to see. Because obviously with the All-Star break, everyone taking a break this week with no baseball. I mean, at least regular season wise. So, kind of adjusting how what we're doing with our time, because we're accustomed to, as baseball fans, watching baseball every single day. So, trying to work around that. But, wow, just exciting to see these players. And so I am going to get into the starting lineups from both the National League and the American League, and we're going to go right in depth, guys. We're going to look at the stats of these guys on the year, talking average-wise. We're going to be talking how many home runs they've hit up to this point in the season. Now, we are up to the past the 81-game stretch mark of the season, so I believe we played about 90 games or so. So, again, past the halfway mark of the season. So these are some very impressive stat totals that these players have put up this season up to until this point. And also we're going to be getting into the RBI totals on the respective seasons. So without being said, without further ado, let us get into the National League for the All-Star game. Your starting lineup. Dun, dun, dun. The National League, Christian Yelich, a MVP candidate on the season, starting in left field. He is hitting .304 on the year with a whopping 31 big flies, guys, 31 home runs, and 67 RBIs. Now, in the All-Star game, he went 0 for 2. Now, batting second was shortstop Javier Baez, hitting .289 on the year with 22 home runs and 62 RBIs. Now, he went 0 for 2 in the game as well. Freddie Freeman batting third from the Atlanta Braves at first base, guys. He was hitting .309 on the year with 23 home runs and 68 RBIs. He went 0 for 1 in the game with 1 walk. And then batting fourth in the lineup was Cody Bellinger from our rival Dodgers. He started in right field, having a impressive season, hitting .336 with 30 home runs and 71 RBIs. He went 0 for 2 in the game. Now, batting fifth was Nolan Arenado, again from another NL West division opponent. He started at third base. He is hitting .312 on the year with 20 home runs and 67 RBIs. Very impressive for Arenado. In case some of you guys don't know, his brother Jonah Arenado is in the Giants minor league system. So Nolan Arenado went 0 for 2 in this All-Star game. Batting sixth was the DH Josh Bell from your Pittsburgh Pirates. Josh Bell hitting .302 on the year, 27 home runs with 84 RBIs. Wow, very impressive. He went 1 for 2 in the game. And then Wilson Contreras, he is batting seventh in the lineup at catcher. He is hitting .286 on the year with 18 home runs and 52 RBIs. Now, Contreras went 0 for 2 in the game. Batting eighth was Ketel Marte, again, another NL West division opponent from your San Francisco Giants. Marte hitting .311 on the year with 20 home runs, 53 RBIs. He went 1 for 2 in the game. Batting ninth was Ronald Acuna Jr., the very superstar young talent out of the Atlanta Braves. He is hitting .292 on the year with 21 home runs and 53 RBIs. He went 0 for 2 in the game. Now let us get into the American League All-Star starting lineup. Batting leadoff was George Springer of the Houston Astros. He started in right field. He's hitting .303 on the year with 18 home runs and 46 RBIs. He went 1 for 2 in the game. Now batting second was DJ LeMahieu. I remember him very well from his days with the Colorado Rockies. From the New York Yankees now, he playing second base, batting .336 on the year with 12 home runs and 63 RBIs. Now LeMahieu went 0 for 2 in the game. Batting third was Mike Trout, a very big-time superstar with the Angels, playing center field, hitting .301 on the year with 28 home runs and 67 RBIs. He went 0 for 2 in the game. Batting cleanup was Carlos Santana at first base. He is hitting .297 on the year with 19 home runs and 52 RBIs. He was, 0 for 3 in the game, guys. And then batting fifth was J.D. Martinez from the Red Sox at designated hitter. J.D. Martinez hitting .304 on the year with 18 home runs, 48 RBIs. He went 0 for 2 in the game. Batting sixth was Alex Bregman, another young superstar from the Houston Astros. Alex Bregman starting at third base, hitting .265 on the year with 23 home runs and 56 RBIs. He went 1 for 2 in the game and scored a run for the American League. Now, batting seventh was Gary Sanchez from the New York Yankees at catcher, hitting .245 on the season with 24 home runs and 57 RBIs. He also went 1 for 2 in the game and scored a run as well. Now, batting eighth in the lineup was Michael Brantley, and it was a very nice gesture shown by the Cleveland Indian fans, as Brantley spent, I believe, 7 or 8 years or so plus with the Cleveland Indians, so he was able to get a very nice standing ovation. Of course, now playing with the Houston Astros. Brantley hitting a whopping .324 on the year. Very nice average on the season with 12 home runs and 46 RBIs. He went 1 for 1 in the game and knocked an RBI in. Batting ninth in the lineup was Jorge Polanco at shortstop. He is hitting .312 on the year, and with 13 home runs and 42 RBIs, he went 1 for 2 in the game and also knocked in an RBI as well. Now, we are going to get into the scoring of the All-Star game and how it all unfolded and took place for us, guys. In the bottom of the second inning, Michael Brantley from the Houston Astros knocked an RBI double, getting the American League on the board early with a 1-0 lead. Now, in the bottom of the fifth inning, Jorge Polanco, he knocked an RBI single to extend the American League's lead up to 2-0 at that point. In the top of the sixth inning, the National League would answer back as Charlie Blackmon, the famous Charlie bit me, Charlie bit me. Charlie Blackmon, he knocks a big fly to cut the lead in half to 2-1. Now, in the bottom of the seventh inning, Xander Bogaerts from the Red Sox, he would ground into a double play, but on the ensuing double play, a run would come in to score, and so that took the lead up to 3-1. And then also Joey Gallo, when he hit the home run off Will Smith, unfortunately, Will Smitty, that made it 4-1. In the top of the eighth inning, Mets rookie Pete Alonso having a very great season. He knocked a 2-run single, and that cut the lead down to 4-3. So big credit to the National League for fighting back in this game. They made it very interesting. And in the ninth inning, Aroldis Chapman got the save for the Yankees, so that was a very tough battle to try to come back in the ninth inning, but still give the National League some credit as we were able to make this game very interesting at the very end. So, guys, I am going to get into the pitching side of things for the National League and the American League. So, starting with the National League, Hyun-Shin Ryu from the Los Angeles Dodgers, the rival Dodgers, having a very great season. He got the start for the National League. He went an inning in the game, giving up just 1 hit. Following him was Clayton Kershaw. So very intriguing how Dave Roberts put, the first two pitchers from the National League to be Dodgers. Kershaw won an inning in his outing. He gave up an earned run, gave up 2 hits, and got 1 strikeout. Jacob deGrom, wow, the hard-throwing right-hander from the New York Mets. He followed him up. He went an inning, striking out a batter, and did not give up a hit or a walk whatsoever. Following him was Luis Castillo, a very young, promising pitcher from the Cincinnati Reds. Castillo went an inning, did not give up no hits or walks, and he had 2 strikeouts in the outing. Walker Buehler from the Dodgers came in following him. He went an inning, gave up 2 hits, allowed an earned run, and struck out 2 batters. Now, following him was Mike Soroka from the Atlanta Braves. He went an inning and did not give up any hits or walks. A very impressive outing there. Brandon Woodruff would follow him up from the Milwaukee Brewers. He went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, gave up an earned run, and allowed 1 walk. Following him was Will Smith from your San Francisco Giants. Smitty, in 1/3 of an inning, gave up the 1 hit, the home run, of course, 1 earned run for him. And then Sandy Alcantara from the Miami Marlins. He finished up for the National League, going an inning, allowing 1 hit and 1 strikeout. Now, let's get into the American League side of things from the pitching side. Starting for the American League was very promising pitcher Justin Verlander. We have known a lot about the history of Justin Verlander from the Houston Astros, still having a great season, even up there in age. I believe he's like 36 or 37, somewhere in that range. Verlander won an inning in his outing, striking out 2 batters. Following him up was Masahiro Tanaka from the New York Yankees. He went an inning, giving up a hit and 1 strikeout. Following Tanaka was Jose Berrios from the Minnesota Twins. He went an inning, giving up a hit and striking out 2 batters. Following him was Lucas Giolito from the Chicago White Sox. He went an inning, giving up a walk and 1 strikeout. Then following him was Shane Bieber from the Cleveland Indians. He went an inning, striking out 3 batters. Very impressive stuff there in his outing. Following him was Liam Hendriks from the Oakland A's out here in the Bay Area. Hendriks went an inning, giving up a hit and allowing 1 earned run on a home run. But still impressive, striking out 3 batters, so very good stuff for Hendriks. Following him was Shane Grease from the Detroit Tigers. He went an inning, giving up no hits or walks whatsoever. Following him was Brad Hand of the Cleveland Indians. He went an inning, giving up 2 hits, allowing 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. And then finishing for the American League, again, was Aroldis Chapman, the hard-throwing left-hander for the New York Yankees, who can throw his fastball anywhere from like 102 up to 104. So very impressive stuff for Aroldis Chapman. He closed out the deal for the American League's 7th consecutive win in the All-Star game, going an inning and striking out 3 batters. So, guys, that is going to wrap up this analysis of the All-Star Game. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button. What are you guys doing to pass the time? I would love to hear your thoughts, being that we are at the All-Star break of the season. And how are you guys feeling about your team's playoff chances? Are you guys buyers or sellers coming out of the All-Star break? And what are you most looking forward to and excited about? And also share some of your stories. Love to hear how you watched the All-Star game or how you spent it. And also, if you've been to an All-Star game, I would love to hear that. I have not been personally, although that is definitely on the bucket list. And so, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, comment down below. I would love to hear your opinion and your perspective on all things baseball, all things happening around the baseball world. Any comments or questions for me, all ears for you guys. And until next time, I will see you again. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.